Hey guys, I'm Steff and welcome back to my beauty stash. Today I'm going to be trying out the new Midas and TheBasicB eyeshadow palette collaboration. They teamed up to create the Perception eyeshadow palette. Now, this is going to be my very first time trying Midas Cosmetics. They are an indie US-based makeup brand. Now, I've seen so many of my favorite YouTubers rave about Midas Cosmetics, so I felt it was time for me to give them a shot. They were definitely on my radar for a while, just the way Menagerie Cosmetics was. So I'm really glad that these last two indie brands that I hadn't tried before, which was Menagerie Cosmetics and now Midas Cosmetics, I'm glad that my first time trying them is through a collaboration item, which the Menagerie one was the Serenity palette with Annette's Makeup Corner, and I will put the thumbnail to that video up here and I will also have it linked. And now we come to the Perception palette, which is Midas Cosmetics and TheBasicB. I'll be honest with you guys, I had never heard of TheBasicB before. She does have an amazing Instagram account where she creates so many colorful looks. Definitely a talented woman. Her name is Bianca, and I love the way she spells her name. It is B-I-Y-O-N-C-A. I've never seen the name Bianca spelled that way before, so TheBasicB, Bianca, love that about you. I also love how Bianca takes risks with her makeup. Every look on her Instagram is super different. I mean, we're talking about some amazing makeup looks. I could never dream of creating makeup looks the way she does. That's just a little outside of my creativity zone. But kudos to Bianca for her amazing talent, and congratulations, Bianca, TheBasicB, on your collaboration with Midas Cosmetics. All right, so this is the eyeshadow palette and it is in stock. It is in stock on the Midas Cosmetics website, so I'll definitely have it linked in the description box in case you want to pick it up. But this is what the Perception palette looks like. This is just your typical cardboard packaging. And then we open this beauty up and we definitely have ourselves a gorgeous, colorful eyeshadow palette. Now, this isn't, I would say, like your traditional colorful eyeshadow palette. There are definitely some neutrals in here to anchor the palette. And then you'll notice that there are only 1, 2, 3, 4, there's only 5 shimmer shades. I just thought that the color story, while being colorful, was also neutral with a little bit of a grungy edge. So I'm gonna be really excited to create 2 looks for you guys using the Perception palette from Midas Cosmetics and TheBasicB. Really excited that this is the first way that I am trying out Midas Cosmetics. Let me know, guys, if you've tried Midas Cosmetics before and what your favorite thing is. That way maybe later on I can pick it up and try it for myself. But I thought purchasing a collaboration palette was a really nice way for me to not only support the content creator, but also to make this a good way to try Midas Cosmetics for the first time. So I've already gone outdoors. I had to wait a little while because I don't know where this rain came from. We were supposed to have like sunny weather all weekend, but I think it's over now. We're gonna have a good Memorial Day weekend, but it was raining all day and it literally just stopped about 30 minutes ago. So I went outdoors, took some photos of this palette, did some arm swatches, and so I'll insert that footage before we jump into the 2-look tutorial. So I think I'm gonna be doing a voiceover when I create the 2 looks, and let me know, guys, if that's the way you prefer to watch your makeup videos, makeup tutorials, or if you would rather me just not do any talking and then at the end just tell you what I did. But I know some of you had asked or requested that I kind of talk my way through them. The reason why I don't like talk live as I'm doing the looks is because it does get really hot here in my beauty room with all the lights, and I can't have my AC on because that'll be too much disturbance with the audio. So like right now when I'm filming this portion, my my AC, which is right over here. It is turned off and it's already starting to heat up. So that's why I don't do those types of makeup tutorials. I either have to do a voiceover or just not talk at all. But let me know. Let me know in the comments if you've been enjoying the voiceover or what you prefer, or if you just want to see the looks I create. So if you guys want to see the new Perception palette from Midas Cosmetics and TheBasicB in action, keep on watching. I'm using the ABH Eye Primer to prime my lids. Now I'm going in with the shade Open Mind on a Rephr number 14 brush, and I'm just going to start blending that into the crease and slightly above it. Now I'm going in with the shade Reckless on a Rephr 13, and I'm going to start packing that on the outer corner and blending it outwards and also slightly into the crease. Now I'm just going back in with the shade Open Mind to blend everything together. Now I'm going in with the shade Life on a Rephr number 26, and I'm going to be working that on the inner portion of the eye. Now I'm going to apply a little bit of the NARS Soft Matte Concealer to the center of the eyelid. Now I'm taking the shade Reality on a Rephr 28, and I'm just packing that on top of the concealer. Now I'm taking the shade Psyche. I'm going to use my finger to apply this over the shade Reality right to the center of the eyelid. Same shade, but now I'm taking it on a damp Rephr number 28 brush. Now I'm just going back in with the other three matte shades that I used, which were Restless, Open Mind, and Life, just to intensify those shades. Now I'm taking the shade Perplex on a Rephr number 2, and I'm running that along the lower lash line. I'm starting look 2 off with the shade Infinite on a Rephr number 14 brush, and I'm just going to be blending that into the crease and slightly upwards and outwards. On the same brush, I'm using the shade Implode to deepen up the outer corner. Now I'm taking the shade Curious on a Rephr number 13, and I'm working that in the middle towards inner portion of the crease. Now I'm taking the shade Fusion on the same Rephr 13 brush, and I'm just applying that to the empty space on the lid and slightly to the crease and inner corner. I'm going back in with the shade Implode to blend out and deepen up the outer corner.
Now I'm taking the shade Deep Space on a damp Rephr 28 and I'm applying that to the middle portion of the eyelid. Now I'm taking the shade Entity on the same damp Rephr 28 brush and I'm applying that to the middle portion of the eyelid and also to the inner corner. A little bit of fallout with that shade, but nothing major. Now I'm going back in with the shade Implode on a Rephr 03 and I'm just using that to line the lower lash line. Same Rephr 03, now with the shade Curious to blend out Implode and kind of just smoke out the lower lash line. Now I'm using the shade Entity on a damp Rephr 03 and I'm applying it to the inner corner and slightly to the lower lash line.
Alright guys, so these are the two completed looks using the brand new Perception palette from Midas Cosmetics and the TheBasicB. What did you think of these two looks? Let me tell you first and foremost my thoughts. So far, my initial thoughts, my initial first impressions of the palette. I think that the color story is spot on. I think this is a unique color story. It's definitely colorful, but it's still, like I said in the beginning, you have neutral shades in here and then you have like those grungy shades in here. So you can just do so many different things with this palette. I think the color story is really inspirational and I had a lot of fun creating these two looks that you see here. Now, I'm going to be very honest. I was a little bit nervous when I went outside to swatch these shadows because I felt like the matte shades were not as buttery smooth as I was expecting them to be, but wow, holy cow, when you get it in your hands and start playing with it and putting it on your eyes, there is a complete difference, at least in my opinion. That's what I gathered from swatching outdoors on my arm versus applying them to my eyes. I felt like there was a big difference and these shadows are crazy pigmented and they blend into each other really well. They pack on well. The shimmer shades, you can use them both wet or dry or use your finger. But I think it is just a beautiful color story. That is my favorite part about this palette is the color story. And for this being my first time trying Midas Cosmetics, this was a great first impression and I'm really glad that this is a palette that I chose to start off with when it comes to Midas Cosmetics. Again, because it is a collaboration palette and to of course support the content creator, which is TheBasicB. Her name is Bianca, talented, gorgeous makeup artist, and she just creates amazing, beautiful looks. I do believe she has a YouTube channel. I haven't seen her channel, to be honest. I've just looked on her Instagram, but I will have that linked in the description box of this video as well. So you guys can definitely go check it out. Send her some love because her and Midas Cosmetics created a gorgeous 20 pan eyeshadow palette that is still in stock. So if you like these two looks I created and you're like me, you've never tried Midas Cosmetics and you want to give them a whirl, this is a really good palette to start off with. It retails for $39. Again, you are getting 15 matte and 5 shimmer, which I think these shades right here and maybe this one up here are more duochrome / multi-chrome than they are an actual shimmer. I definitely think that this is a shimmer, but these other three, they feel more of like a duochrome formula. And I have a Psyche, which is this one right here. I have it on the eyelid in the middle. Beautiful shade. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Like none of the shades I used, guys, gave me any problems. I got minimal fallout and it was just from one shade and it was this one right here, which is called Entity, and it wiped away really easily. Nothing left behind or anything like that. And as far as kick up in the pan goes, there wasn't a lot of it. So if that's something that bothers you, you're not going to really see it too much in this palette. I think the shades that it did it most with was Restless and Implode. And since those are darker shades, sometimes darker shades, they do tend to have a little bit more kick up in the pan. But again, that's not something that bothers me. But if it bothers you, you're not going to see it too much in this palette. I ended up using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 shades out of the 20 shades that are in this palette. And I am definitely going to be creating another look. I'll probably do it for like a YouTube short and Instagram reel type of thing. But this palette, guys, is definitely getting a thumbs up from me. You know what? It's getting 2 thumbs up from me. I thought this was a fantastic collaboration. This was just a great way for me to try Midas Cosmetics for the very first time. And again, the color story is my favorite part about this Perception palette. And of course, you do get a mirror. $39, guys. It is still in stock on the Midas Cosmetics website. And I will, of course, have it linked in the description box of this video. And it is a non-affiliate link. And in case you're wondering about the rest of the makeup I have on, I am actually in the middle of a foundation wear test. And that is the new one from Soul Body. This is their face and body makeup, and I have the shade Fair 4. So you guys should see this video probably on Tuesday morning, because this is going to be a 2-day 10-hour wear test. So if you've been interested in this, stay tuned. I will have it early next week. And that wraps up today's video, guys. Now it's time for me to hear from you. What did you guys think of the 2 looks? Which one was your favorite? Have you guys tried Midas Cosmetics? So let me know if you're going to be picking up this gorgeous Perception palette, and let me know your thoughts. So what are some of the Midas Cosmetics favorites that you have in your stash that you think I need to try? Because I am totally new when it comes to Midas Cosmetics. I definitely need to look through their website and see what other things catch my eye so I can add more Midas to my stash. Because if this palette is any indication as to what the rest of their makeup products are like, wow, this is a pretty amazing brand. And congratulations to TheBasicB Bianca for an amazing collaboration. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink your water. Cheers. And I will see you all very soon. Bye.